Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a little holiday get ready with me. I'm going to be doing my makeup on camera, showing you what has become my go-to really quick, a really easy, simple holiday inspired makeup look. I busted it out this weekend, got so many compliments on it, and I had very minimal time to get ready. So this is the look that I did, so I'm excited to share it with you guys. Also, I am pretty excited for this video because it is in partnership with Bdellium Tools. So a big thank you to Bdellium Tools for sponsoring this video. I'm going to be chatting and using this brush set that they sent me a couple weeks back that I have been testing out. So I'll chat a little bit more about Bdellium Tools, this brush set, and some of the other brushes that they have to offer. So I'm really excited. A huge thank you to them for sponsoring this video. And thank you guys so much for watching and for the support. I appreciate it so much. So without further ado, if you are ready to see my quick and easy, simple holiday glitter makeup look, yes, let's just get started. Since we are working with glitter, I am going to start with the eyes first, and seriously, it is so simple. I decided that I was going to do this look because this weekend we were out of town on Friday at a birthday party, and we had another birthday party to go to in our town on Saturday night. We ended up leaving town way later than we thought we were going to on Saturday. We got back at 3 o'clock and we had dinner reservations at 5. And not only were we just going to the restaurant, we were going to a friend's house first to drop off our dog, since we were gonna be gone all night. That way all the dogs were gonna be in one spot and we could easily leave real quick, go back, let the dogs out and all that fun stuff. And so when we got home at 3, I was like, oh my gosh, crunch time. So I feel like with glitter looks, it's just so easy to make it look like you've spent a lot of time, and like it's kind of like fancier. I got so many compliments on my eye look on Saturday and I was like, yeah, that took me 5 minutes to do. So thank you so much. But to start off with the eyes, I did already prime my eyes off camera, and I'm gonna come in with the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. I have really been loving on this eyeshadow palette. It's definitely my type of tones. I have a tutorial on Instagram using some of these red shades in here as well, and I just really like it. It's really simple, especially when doing this kind of like simple makeup look as well. I just keep reaching into this one, and it does also have a nice mirror. So I'm first gonna come in with this brush from Bdellium Tools. This is called their Large Tapered Blending. I'm just gonna grab that one and pick up the first shade, Humble. And I'm just going to sweep this all over the eyelid to kind of set the primer and act as a base. And coming into the palette again, I'm gonna grab the shade Toasty right here on the end and use the tapered blending brush from Bdellium Tools. And I'm just going to sweep this into the crease. And I'm not really being super precise with this because the glitter is basically going to cover everything. Dip into Toasty a few times and build it up. The next darkest shade in here, I just feel like is a little bit too dark for what I'm going for. So I just take my time and build up Toasty a little bit here on the eyes. Once that is done, I'm going to come in with the star of the show. These are the Stila Magnificent Glitters. I never recall their full name off the top of my head. Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow eyeshadows. This is not the one that I used on Saturday, but I have like five or six of these glitters, and I feel like this one, which is Rose Gold Retro, this is just one of my absolute favorites. I love Rose Gold, but I also like Kitten Karma. I wore Smoldering Satin, I believe it was, on Saturday night, and I also have Sea Siren, which is really pretty as well, and Bronze Belle. I think those are all the ones that I own, but every single one is really gorgeous, but this one is just one of my favorites. So this is Rose Gold Retro, and these are what the applicators look like. I mean, I'm sure you've seen these plenty of times. This is what it looks like, and I like these glitters, which is shocking to me because I didn't think I was going to. I actually had a subscriber, Demetra, send me a bunch of these because I was just so hesitant about them because they're $24 a piece, which is pretty pricey for a glitter. So I was like, I don't know. I just don't know if it would be worth it. But I'm so happy that she did because I actually ended up including them in my Best of Beauty 2017 video. For me, I have really sensitive eyes, so sometimes I can't wear glitter. There are certain brands and certain glitters that just burn my eyes when I wear them. These do not burn my eyes at all, so I enjoy them so much. I feel like they're super long lasting, and as long as you kind of mess around with the glitter while it's still wet, like if you need to buff anything out or blend anything, as long as you do it while the glitter is still wet, I do not get any fallout. There was one time where I waited too long and it was almost completely dried, and then I tried to kind of like buff out the edges and I had glitter fall out on my face. So just use it quickly and you shouldn't have any problems. I also really don't ever use a glitter glue, glitter primer, anything like that, and I find find no trouble with it sticking to my lids and lasting all night. So I think that these are so pretty, so easy to use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this on. So what I do is just apply it all over the eyelid. I like to get it on the inner corner as well and then come all the way out. I put it fairly up, like towards the crease, but not quite like all the way in the crease. And while it's still wet, I'm gonna grab out, this is a square lip brush from Bdellium Tools. I also don't wanna look up right away in case anything would get a little crazy, but I like using brushes like this, kind of the more synthetic brushes, to kind of work with the glitter and manipulate it in any way that I want. Really all I'm doing is just kind of softly running it over the crease. I like to kind of like square out the outer V here. Kind of like to make sure that it looks a bit blended without using a big blending brush, because I feel like that can also cause some fallout. So just kind of moving it around just a little bit. Really, I mean, I feel like you really don't even need this step either, but it's just something that I like to do. So really that's all the messing around that I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to let it dry and then I will work on the other eye. Feels awkward not being able to look up. That is all that I'm going to do for the eyes right now. I will be popping on lashes a little bit later. Of course, you can just do mascara, but I normally do lashes even when I'm in a rush. But I like to make sure the glitter is fully, completely dried down before I put the lashes on. So I'm going to work on my face next. But I mean, seriously, super simple for the eyes. But I wanted to take a minute here to chat about the Bdellium Tools brush set that I got. So I've been trying out Bdellium Tools for the past couple months here. I've gotten a couple products here and there. So I've been trying out the brand and seeing what I think of them, and I was really excited when they asked me to work on this video with them. I was just super grateful for that. So the brushes that they sent along for me to use in this video come in this really nice kind of navy makeup brush bag here, which I just think is amazing. We were out of town over the weekend and I just put all of my brushes in here and traveled with them. So these are called the Golden Triangle Collection brushes, and they do have 3 different, they call them phases. So there's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and I got phase 2. They are all $140 for 15 brushes each, and then also the makeup bag. And they also do have an eye brushes only collection as well, and you would still get the bag, and inside is just 15 eye brushes, and that is $110. You can also get the brushes individually, or if you want the set, they have all of the brushes list out under each phase, so you can see exactly what is in each collection and which collection would work best for you. So again, this comes with 15 brushes. So far I have used the large tapered blending brush, which looks like so. And then also I used the tapered blending, which is just a really nice blending brush. And then also you saw me use the square lip brush, which I don't use lip brushes a ton. Every once in a while I do, and it's nice to have. But again, I will like to use this type of brush when working with glitters or shimmers or things like that. And then also inside, I will say that I've been using these for a while, and I cleaned them over the weekend too, so they could be nice and pretty for this video. And then I used them again the other day. So not all of them are clean, so that was my bad. I wasn't thinking clearly, but I did do an Instagram video as well using mostly the Bdellium Tools brushes in that tutorial. So if those are already up on my Instagram, I am pre-filming with Christmas and all, but if that is up, I will post it. Otherwise, it will be coming soon to my Instagram. But some of the nice clean brushes that I have in here are the bent eyeliner brush, which looks like so. And then we also have the small angle brush, which I love using these for like gel liners. And then also, this is the bold concealer brush, but I would typically use this, again, for shimmers on the eyelid, glitters, things like that. That's mostly what I use those for. Or another use that I use this for a lot is to apply eyelid primer to my eyelids. That's kind of my favorite kind of brush to use that with. And then we also have an angled brow brush, which this I was excited to see in the collection because I've recently started trying more brow pomades, and not all of them come with a brow brush, so I was excited to see that. This one here is a face brush. This is the Slanted Precision Kabuki. I will be using this for foundation. You can see it's a little dirty because I've been using it for foundation. I thought maybe at first it would be too small, but it's actually really simple to blend everything out, and I do like the Kabuki style brushes for foundation. Also in here I have the Precision Blusher Brush, What I've actually been using this for, and what you'll see me use it for today, is contour. You know, of course with brushes you can use them for whatever, you know, purpose you might have. Like, yes, they might say one purpose, but you can use them for whatever you feel most comfortable with. So I use it for contour, or I could use it to set powder on my under eyes. I also like brushes like that for that use. Another face brush in here is the tapered contour brush. Typically what I use this for, what I have been using it for, is for my highlighter. I think it's a really nice tapered highlight brush. Also in here is the pencil brush, which I love pencil brushes. I think these are just like an absolute staple. So nice for blending out lower lash line work. And let's see, another eye brush we have is the blending brush. This is just a smaller blending brush, really nice for kind of like the second transition color. I use the first blending brush for the first color like I did in today's video, and then if I'm adding a deeper crease color, I will come in with the blending brush like so. And then this one is the large shader brush. This is what I use to apply color onto my eyelid. And then the last two brushes here, this one is the powdered blending brush. What I actually use this for is for my bronzer. It's a nice dense brush, but I feel like it's really good for applying bronzer. And then the final item I have here is tapered powder. I would use this to apply any sort of setting powder to my face, or to also wipe away if I'm doing any baking. I like to take a brush like this and wipe away the baking with it. Or it's also really nice if you just need to blend your makeup, like if maybe your contour, your bronzer, your blush, if it's not looking fully blended, or if it's looking a little too much, I like to take a clean brush like this and just kind of blend everything together to make sure everything is really smooth. So those are all of the brushes that came in the Phase 2 Golden Triangle collection. Again, there's the 3 different phases, and then also the eye brush set ranging from $110 to $140. They also did give me a discount code to use, which is SAM15. I'll have it on the screen here, and then also in the description box down below. And that would get you 15% off the Golden Triangle collections. So I will have that information listed down below in case you are looking for a new brush set to get. You can get 15% off with that. That is not an affiliate code. It is just a discount for you guys. But I wanted to go over everything that came in the set before I start on my face makeup. I just thought this was really cool, and I really enjoyed this case. Like, not only do I think it's just a nice case in general, like good quality case, but I also like that I can travel with it. Like I said, I've been trying out these brushes for the past couple weeks now, and you know, of course I would not do a sponsored video if I didn't stand behind a product. I really enjoy makeup brushes. I'm kind of a makeup brush hoarder, but I'm also kind of a makeup brush snob. Like, if I don't like brushes, I don't like brushes, and I have not found any issues with these brushes yet. I have also washed them. Like I said, I washed them to make them pretty for this video and then failed, but I washed them and they still look exactly the same as before I started using them. Like, no shedding occurred, no any like weirdness occurred. I mean, you can still see that that looks like the brush that came brand new to me, minus some of my bronzer on it, but I was really impressed with all of that. I do really like the handles as well, because they're kind of just a different shape, and at first I wasn't sure if it would be easy to get used to, because it just feels different from holding, you know, a regular flat all around type of brush. But I actually kind of really do like this. It took me just, you know, one try to get used to it, but I really did like it. And one thing I'll say about the eye brushes is that I think that they are super, super soft. The face brushes too, but especially on the eyes, because if you use a scratchy brush on your eyes, your eyelids are so soft and kind of sensitive anyways that I cannot stand scratchy eye brushes. And these eye brushes in the collection have been very, very soft. So I would recommend the Bdellium Tools brushes. Also, you will be seeing in my next favorites video the brush cleaners that they have. I mentioned them a while back in a haul, and I said that I was trying them out, but they have a really cool brush cleaner that comes with the soap, and then also the tin on there is kind of the style that has like the different grooves to clean the brushes. So it's really handy, and it's also really nice to travel with. Like, if you're going on vacation or out of town for quite a few days, it's nice to bring that because it's really easy and convenient to travel with, and you don't have to worry about it like opening or spilling anywhere. So I've really been enjoying that from Bdellium Tools as well. But I did want to go over all of the brushes in this set and give another thank you to Bdellium Tools for sponsoring this video, you guys for watching it. I'd love to know if you guys have tried Bdellium Tools and their brushes yet, or any other products from them, and leave some of your experiences down below, because I know that always helps me out but also other people reading the comments. Alrighty though, to keep it rolling, I am going to put foundation on. I did apply some primer earlier. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I wanted to use this one because I did a video a couple weeks ago. Really get ready with me, but I was reviewing a bunch of new makeup in there, but this in there was a first impression. So I've been trying it out for the past 3 weeks and I wanted to come on and give my review of it. I am going to use the kabuki brush on here, so I'm just going to apply a few pumps. It does have a nice pump on there, and then I'm going to blend this on to my face. So what I will say about this foundation is I didn't know if I really loved it at first when I was doing that video. I was kind of unsure about it, but the more I've used it, the more I really do like it. It does say it's a full coverage foundation, and I mean, to me, it's like a medium to full. I've tried it with different primers, I've tried it with different brushes, I've tried it with the beauty sponge and all of that. And I definitely think it's more medium to full. You can build it up, but to me, when I think of full coverage, I think of applying it and immediately kind of having a second skin come over my face. And I don't really see that with this foundation, but that doesn't make me mad because I actually don't always love full coverage and it can just be a little bit too much for me sometimes. So I actually like the coverage of this foundation. I just don't think it is what it says it's going to be. So if you prefer full coverage, you know, you'll just have to be aware that it'll take a couple passes to get you all the way built up there. But you can even see, even though this is a smaller brush and I kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to blend it out as quickly, it blends out super, super fast. So other than that though, I really do like the coverage and I like the way it looks on my skin. I will say that I like the Light Wonder from Charlotte Tilbury just a little bit more, but I really do like this one. I think that it looks nice. The Light Wonder just looks a little bit more natural on the skin, where this one looks a little bit more like I'm wearing foundation. I do still think it's long wearing, just like the Light Wonder is. I can wear it from morning to evening and it still looks really good. It doesn't make me like overly dewy and it doesn't make me super matte. It just kind of leaves a nice finish to the skin. And then also I didn't notice it like at any point in time wearing away funny, settling into lines or anything like that, because sometimes full coverage can kind of do that for me. But again, I don't feel like this is really truly like full coverage, so I didn't have any sort of problems with that. Overall, I have really been liking the foundation. I believe it's in the $44 range, $42, $44, and you do get the 1 fluid ounce of product. Again, still a nice foundation. I just don't think it's like my absolute favorite, and if you really want to try a Charlotte Tilbury foundation, I would suggest the Light Wonder over the Magic Foundation, but I still really like it and I think it's a nice foundation. So I just wanted to come back and give my thoughts on the Magic Foundation. I like the packaging, I like the bottle. It's a nice glass bottle and I do like that it has a pump. It didn't turn into an absolute favorite. I do like applying it with a brush versus a beauty blender because I think you can get just a bit more coverage without having to come in, use more product, do a second pass, things like that. So I would suggest using a brush with it. But yeah, overall that's what I think about the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. Has anybody else used this yet? Let us know. I had to take a quick break to let my camera cool down, so I did just do my brows off camera. I used the Maybelline Brow Definer. I have done my brows in my last 2 First Impression Friday videos, including one with the Maybelline Brow Definer, so I have those listed down below in case you are interested, but it kind of takes me a while to do, so I figured I would do it while waiting for my camera to cool down. Next, I'm going to come in with concealer. I'm going to use 2 different concealers. I recently bought this one from Colourpop, but the shade is really, really light. It's the No Filter Concealer. It's in light neutral, and the one that I have from L'Oreal in their Pro Glow Infallible Concealer is a little on the dark side, so I'm just going to kind of mix these 2 together and see what I think of it. So I'm going to come in with the L'Oreal first and kind of focus it on the outer part here, and then I'm going to come in with the Colourpop and I'm going to apply that more towards the center of the eye where I want it to be livened up. And then I am going to grab out the concealer brush from Bdellium Tools and just kind of blend and mix these 2 together under the eyes. Again, I normally will not be using this as my like regular concealer brush just because I have other uses I would like it better for. And I like concealer brushes to be just a little bit bigger. But again, what I found with this one when I was testing it out is that I feel like it's really similar to the foundation brush and what I thought. Like, I thought it would be too small and it would take too much time, but it's actually really, it's pretty quick. I mean, you can see from me doing it here, it's pretty quick, and I like that I can get right up in here because sometimes I bring my shadows in too far and it can make the eye look a little bit too dark in there. So I like to bring my concealer right up in here as well, and this brush does a good job for that, and it does a good job of getting right underneath the lashes. I just kind of take what's left over and push it onto the center. I don't always really highlight down the center of my face. Sometimes I'll just grab what's left over that I was using and put it onto the areas in the center of my face, and that's what I'm gonna do today. To contour and bronze, I am gonna use the Kat Von D Shade in Light contour palette. This is a little bit newer to me, but I've been trying it out the past few weeks here. So I'm gonna use this shade to contour, and then I'm gonna use this center shade to bronze. I did also just do some quick setting powder onto the concealer to help it stick around. Like I said, I'm gonna use the brush that is the Precision Blusher, but I like it for contouring. So I'm just going to put that contour shade on there, and then come right underneath the cheekbones. And then I start to blend it up. With contour, you always want to think blending up, never down. Also just gonna do a little bit down the center of my nose. So again, I like how flat it is here for this purpose. I don't always contour my nose, especially if I'm using a bit of a bigger contour brush. And I just go really light-handed anyways because I don't really feel like I need to do a ton of nose contour. Someday that might change, but so far I don't hate my nose thus far in my life. So I'm going to use the middle shade and use the Power Blending Brush. Again, I just like this as a bronzer. So I just kind of tap the bronzer on there and then slowly start to blend it. I also do some bronzer on the forehead. And to switch back to the eyes quick, I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil. This is in black. I'm going to use this on the waterline, and then I'm also going to tightline because I will be doing lashes. And I like tightlining with lashes. I just feel like it helps everything kind of blend it together. Cut my lashes off camera because already my camera is overheating. This is what happens when I do longer videos like this. But I'm going to use the Pur Diva Lashes. These are some of my favorite lashes to do with no liner looks and especially glitter looks. They're just so like long and wispy and pretty and beautiful, and they are some of my favorite lashes. These are what the Pur Diva Lashes look like. So I'm going to pop these on, and then we are almost done with this look. Okay, so lashes are on, so I'm just going to finish off the lower lash line, coming back into the Warm Neutrals 2 palette, and this is where I'm going to grab out the shade Henna. It's a little bit of a darker brown, and I'm just going to use the pencil brush and sweep this underneath the lash line. And that is it for the eyes. I know this is more of a chatty video, but really the eyes take me like 10 minutes. Well, I'll try to be realistic. I think it takes me like 10 minutes, but it's super quick and super easy. So I'm just gonna finish off the face. I'm going to use the new Urban Decay Afterglow highlight palette. I picked this up during Black Friday, and I really have been finding myself, I like mixing the different shades. So I think I'm actually gonna mix Wicked and then Cliche. So I'm gonna put a little bit of a Wicked on first, and I'm going to use the tapered contour brush, which I think makes a really nice highlight brush. So I'm going to go into Wicked first and just apply that to the cheekbones. I'm still testing out the palette, so my full review will come in my Black Friday haul follow-up video. I have to say though, I'm not quite as like, about it that I thought it was going to be. Again, I still want to try it out before I give my full review, but like I said, I feel like layering works best. I'm coming in with Cliche now. I feel like layering works best, and I don't feel like you get the full like impact, like highlight impact that I love on one pass, like I would comparing it to the Urban Decay Sin highlight that I love so much and I've been talking about forever and ever. I was hoping that these highlights would be like that, but they're really not. You can build them up and they still look absolutely gorgeous, but they weren't quite what I was expecting. Still really nice. I'm still liking it so far, but not quite the same oomph that I thought. I'm gonna run just a little bit down the center of my nose, no extra product, but just a little down the center of my nose and the tip of my nose, and that's about all I do for my highlight. So there is the Urban Decay ONS highlight palette. Again, my full review will be coming soon. All that's left to do now is a lip color. I'm going to pull out the Snuggle Is Real liquid lipstick set from Dose of Colors. I have used both of the more pinky tones, but I have not used this more kind of brown peachy nude yet, which is called Let's Cuddle. So I thought it would be perfect for this one. I'm really into pinks lately. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been wearing a lot of pink lipsticks in my video. I don't know where that came from, but I want to give this brown one a try. So let's see what Let's Cuddle looks like. So here is a Let's Cuddle on my lips. I actually like it more than I thought I was going to. It's a really light nude, but I still actually really like it, especially with this eye look. I think it still looks really pretty. So yay, I'm glad that I like it as much as I did. I love the Dose lipsticks. I mention them all the time. I own like 8,000 of them. So, I mean, that might be an exaggeration, but I own like 8 of them that I've purchased all myself. And I just love the formula. It's one of my favorites. So that is what was this one called? Let's Cuddle. That was what a Let's Cuddle looks like. But after the lipstick, that is my full face, quick and easy, glitter, glam, festive holiday look. I haven't thought of a title yet. Can you tell? Okay, so that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed a little holiday get ready with me and seeing kind of my go-to look that's super quick, super simple, fast to do, but also looks really pretty put together, and the glitter I feel like just adds a little something. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. Also, again, another huge thank you to Bdellium Tools for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in the brush collection, I will have the links all down below. I will also have the discount code down there if you are interested. And again, I would love to hear any of your feedback in the comments about Bdellium Tools and some of the products that you enjoy or your experience with ordering with them. That is always so super helpful. So please leave some comments down below. And again, thank you guys so much for supporting me and watching my sponsored videos, because it really does mean so much to me. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this look, and if you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video.